Let's talk spiritual health. No, I don't mean going to church every Sunday. I mean, if that's your thing, that's wonderful for you. You go do you. That's wonderful. But there's lots of different ways to feel or fill your spiritual cup. There's a lot of ways to nourish that spoke in our wellness wheel, right? So, one way is I go to Interfaith Thanksgiving. There are 9 denominations in our interfaith council. Um, so it's just really interesting to go because they do these things. They have your run of the mill Christian prayer, and then they have uh, call to prayer, right? So it kind of blankets it. Which if we're gonna do prayer in school, that's the way we should do it. Is people take turns or everyone just quietly says it to themselves. That's if we're gonna do that. I'm not saying I'm for that. I'm just saying if everyone gets their turn, that might be something we can discuss, you know? Anyways, besides the point. So I really like it because it kind of gives me a little taste of other people's beliefs, which are all really similar to Christianity. I was raised in the LDS church. I'm not an active member. I haven't gone through the steps to get myself excommunicated or anything like that. But like I don't go. I consider myself agnostic. And I just think that like what Jesus taught is really cool, really important. There's record of him existing, and the things in the New Testament are good things. So like I'm down with it, you know? Um but this gives you there's a Baha'i bah, one moment. Got it written down. I've got my spiritual journal. This is my video notebook. This is my spiritual journal. So, Baha Baha'i. And I didn't write it down, but it's like Baha'i or Baha'i. Um, but that's one of the denominations. There's the Greek Orthodox Church. We've got let's see. There's Muslim, there's Jewish. No, there's 9 different denominations, and not even half of them are strictly Christian, you know? So it's a really cool this is my little one I took notes on. I also snagged my mom's, but and then I also got the one from last year. But a couple of things that stood out to me there, because like I said, it's just a good way to kind of experience a lot of different things at once with very little pressure. It's hosted at a junior high school. There was people showing up in pajama pants. There's snacks afterwards. Baklava, beautiful. I don't know if the person who provided the baklava is watching this. Thank you. It is my favorite part every year. um but a lot of things really stuck with me, and most of them were from the Baha'i or the Muslim or, the other miscellaneous speakers, not necessarily the Christian speakers. One thing that I really liked was real change happens when faith and empathy meet action. So that really stuck to me with me because that's kind of what I'm trying to do with these videos and stuff like that. And then I learned a little bit of Arabic, and found out like what other religions say for their prayers. Um, every single faith has their own version of the golden rule. When Christianity, it's treat others how you would want to be treated. The Baha'i is do not be content with showing friendship in words alone. Let your heart burn with loving kindness for all who may cross your path. So I thought that that was beautiful. So, this is once a year. They have other activities that could be gone to, but this is the thing I go to every year. It kind of helps fill my spiritual cup because it just brings about a really great opening to the holiday season. The entire service is based in gratitude. That is the theme pretty much every single year, right? So it's just very pleasing. It's very spiritually pleasing. It leaves you with a very warm feeling, even if you don't go to church every Sunday all the time. So, for me, interfaith is kind of where it's at recently, but there's all sorts of other places you can go too. You know, um, the Greek Orthodox Church, which is part of the interfaith thing. There's online meetings. You can look into different religions online with their online meetings. You can look into your own interfaith council, obviously. Um, and then if you are in Salt Lake, we've got the Masonic Temple downtown, which is pretty cool. It's a Freemasons temple. Very, very cool. I went to an event there. It was like a cute little Halloween trick or treat event they were hosting. Very cute. Very cool. Beautiful building, and very, very grateful to them that they opened it up to the public to give the kids a little something fun and give local vendors a chance to show off their cute and creepy oddities and wares for Halloween. It was fun. So we have the Masonic Temple. There's even a Satanic Temple here, and it's not satanic like, sacrificing bunnies and like satanic occult satanic. It's just like, I mean, honestly, from what I've seen and what I know, it looks like they run themselves more of a as a nonprofit than anything. Um, I'm not 100% sure what they're about, other than the fact that they do have like soup kitchens, coat drives, and things like that. So even though they might not necessarily have the same beliefs, they still have the same core values from what it looks like. And then if you're in Salt Lake, there's all sorts of different places you can go to look into other alternative faiths as well. I personally really enjoy pendulum and tarot readings. I find them very insightful, and um, I don't sit there and like assume they're predicting my future or anything like that. But if I need guidance, if I have a question and I say a prayer and then I do a pendulum or a tarot reading, I can usually get some clarification. So, um, there's Crone's Hollow, there's Elemental Inspirations, the Crystal Fairy, and then there's this other religion, I guess, let me see, Pleiadian or Pleiadian. I looked up how to say it because I'd never heard of it. But there's the Pleiadian altar, and Pleiadian believe that they are spirits that hail from the star cluster, the Pleiadian star cluster. They're extraterrestrial souls, basically. And I got that information from Gaia.com. Please don't come at me if it's not accurate. Please just correct me in the comments. I am genuinely curious. That sounds very interesting. And there's a lot of Christian scientists that speculate the Io Atlas or whatever the heck might be in space vessel, like a traveling like UFO vessel thing. So, I'm genuinely curious. I'm 100% genuinely curious on that. Please, if I am wrong about if Gaia gave me the wrong information, please correct me. Please educate me. I am genuinely curious and would love to know. And I mean, really, when it comes down to it, finding the right way to fill your spiritual cup comes down to looking into yourself and trusting in your higher power, whatever that may be. So, for me, I say a lot of little prayers throughout the day. I don't go to church. I'm not like super religious, but I'm very spiritual. I say lots of little prayers throughout the day. I see a car accident on the side of the road, and please let everyone be safe. Please, like, if they're hurt, let them heal fast. Things like that. My son's always, because he does nightly prayers with my mom. My mom is LDS and very, very devout, and my son will do nightly prayers with her. And so he'll tell me, remember to pray for this person if like one of his classmates are sick or his friends or something or a cousin. And it's like, well, I don't have to worry about forgetting because I'm just gonna like take a quick silence, just don't have to forget. I just did it right then and there. And then of course when I need guidance, I will, like I said, I'll do my tarot, I'll do my pendulum with a prayer regarding the guidance I'm seeking before. And I always, growing up LDS, I was raised to always do the first part of the prayer as what you are grateful for: your home, your family, the food on the table, the clothes on your back. You always show the gratitude before you ask the guidance. And I've just found that that's a really good guideline as far as going to a higher power seeking assistance or guidance. But yeah, so that's another very important spoke on our wellness wheel. Filling our spiritual cups is very, very important. It helps bring us inner peace. It helps bring balance to our lives. And honestly, I think it just kind of feeds into a lot of the other areas as well. Because when we know our values and we know our worth and we have faith in that higher power, it just kind of makes everything easier on you mentally and emotionally as well. Anyways, that's my little spiel. Not really little. I'm sitting here watching it tick up. I think this might be my longest video yet. I might be sorry about that. We'll see. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.